this is Diana at the Bangor Public Library doing my ABC story time. I used to do it on Saturdays, but because we're not open, it is now being broadcast on Thursdays. So I'm going to start by showing you the letters A and B because that's where we're at. We did an A last week. And do you know what we're doing this week? We're doing the letter B. If you have an A or B in your name, raise your hand. I have one. Now, every week we sing the ABC song to make sure you know your ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I've sung my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Also, I'm going to welcome you. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you today? Well, I have one of my favorite subjects today for my B. I have boats, but my favorite boat is a tugboat. And in my wishes, someday I want to go on a tugboat. But I told you that every week we're going to start with an ABC book about the subject. We're really lucky today because we have an Alphabet Boltz book. It's by Samantha R Vamos and it's published by Charlesbridge. Here we go. A is for airboat. It's flat hull skims, glade, and show. When I was in Florida, I wanted to go on one of those. B is for barge, hauling freight such as coal. C is for catamaran with stability and speed. I also want to go on one of those. D is for dory, cast a line where fish feed. E is for an electric boat, solar powered to take a trip. F is for a fireboat, fighting fires on shore and ship. G is for a gondola, cruise the Grand Canal propelled by oar. H is for a houseboat, a motorist home to move or more. I is for ice boat, race along on runners or skis. J is for jet boat, it maneuvers with ease. K is for kayak, long and narrow to move faster. L is for lifeboat, rescue in case of disaster. M is for motorboat, a high-speed thrill ride. N is for narrowboat, just 7 feet wide. O is for outrigger canoe, with support float on the side. P is for punt, wield a pole and gently glide. Q is for Q-boat, an armed merchant ship. R is for racing shell, row and coast at a clip. S is for submarine, patrolling under the ocean. T is for tugboat, assisting vessels with motion. U is for umiak, used for migration and trade. V is for very slender vessel, cutting through waves like a blade. W is for water taxi, commute or tour, boats to hail. X is for X-boat, to teach beginners to sail. Y is for yacht, private, elegant, and vast. Z is for Z-back, a merchant ship, light and fast. And I want to show you one thing right here. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I guess I can't, but did you notice that in each picture, there's the letter. Here's a U. Here's a V. Here's a W right there in the seagull. Here's an X. There's a Y. And here's a Z. How many of those boats have you been in? Now, I told you that I do love tugs, and if you go down on the waterfront in Bangor, occasionally you can see a tug. Sometimes when it brings back things down to Penobscot after being at the Chinbro place in South Brewer. Tough Tug by Margaret Read Macdonald, illustrated by Rob McClurkan and by Two Lions Express. And this is a picture of Alaska. And here is where Tough Tug was built. And he's going to go all the way up here. And he's going to help a boat in distress. Tough Tug. Weld and rivet, build a tug. Hey workers, make me strong. You sturdy steel so big waves can't break me. Prime and paint, paint and prime. I am red, I love red. Don't forget my name. Tough Tug. Slide and splash, slide and splash. Launch day, here I come. Whee! Hooray, I'm floating, this is fun. Wait till those boats see what Tough Tug can do. Forward, reverse, forward, oops, forward, good. Forward, reverse, now backward. No, look out behind. Speed and stop, speed and stop. Hey, watch me, speed. Oh no, can't stop. Sorry. Little tugs need to know how to stop. I was just practicing, but watch what I can do. Swirl and twirl, twirl and swirl. You tugs are bigger, but you can't do this. Push and pull is what tugs do. Practice that. Push and pull, push and pull. Look, Barge, I'm pulling through you. I'll tow you to Alaska, my first job. Ready, steady, steady, ready. Being a tug sure is hard work, but not too hard for me, 'cause I'm Tough Tug. Doesn't it look like he's hauling Legos? Here's those Legos again. Chug and tug. Hey, Arctic Tug, I'm going to Alaska too. Want a race? Sure, little tug. Tug and chug. Race and run, run and race. I can catch you, I'm Tough Tug. Goodbye, little tug. Nice try. I'll see you in Sitka when you get there. Slow and stop, slow and stop. You beat me to Alaska, Arctic Tug, but still a long, long way to Anchorage. And now we have to cross the open sea. Haul and heave, heave and haul. Can you tell there's a storm coming? The open sea is rough. Waves are high, wind is cold, but I'm not worried. I'm Tough Tug. SOS. A tug in trouble? SOS. A tug in trouble? SOS. Arctic Tug lost power, engine stopped. I have to leave you, Barge, I've got to help. I'll rescue Arctic Tug and come right back. Don't worry, I can do this. Tough Tug. Heavy seas, heavy seas. Arctic Tug, I'll pull you, I learned how. It's hard to keep my course in heavy seas, but I can do it. Tough Tug. Thanks, little tug, you towed me back to port. Safe and sound, safe and sound. No problem, Arctic Tug. A tugboat helps its friends. Now back to pick up Barge, he's waiting for Tough Tug. Crash and splash, big waves, big waves. A long way back to port, Barge. I know these waves are high, but tough tugs don't give up, and I'm your tug. Rock and rest, rock and rest. Good job, you earned your name, Tough Tug. This trip was hard, but I did not give up. I left Barge safe in harbor, now we rest. Another job tomorrow for Tough Tug. The end. This is in memory of this man's father who manages tugboats. And this is based on a true incident where a small tug cut its barge loose to rescue another tug. So, as you know, boats have to float. And I'm going to do an experiment here where you guess where something's going to float or sink. And in your bag, I have, will it sink or float? And you can pick anything you want. So let's see what we have here. I have a cotton ball. Anybody want to guess? Here we go. What did cotton ball do? Whoops. Huh. This is interesting. It started off floating. Huh. That's a surprise. Cotton ball sank. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's try a bell. What do you think? Float or sink? That was an easy one. It sank. Let me see. How about a popsicle stick? Let's see. Pretend you're on a raft. I think you're going to make it because the popsicle stick floated. Let me see. A tinker toy? Let's see. You have a popsicle stick made out of wood and a tinker toy made out of wood. I'm going to guess that the tinker toy is going to float. Ooh, here's what we know. We know things made out of wood probably float. Okay, 2 more things. A crayon. What do you think? Is the crayon going to sink or float? Huh. It sank, so wax must float. Sink. And last of all, a feather. What's your prediction? Let's see what happens. I've got to stick it down here. It floated, so the feather floated. So we have a cotton ball that started to float, and then once it got wet, it sank. We have a bell that sank. We have a crayon that sank. We have feathers that floated, a tinker toy that floated, and a popsicle stick that floated. So you'll have that in your bag. Now, the other thing that starts with B is bridges. And guess what? I actually made a bridge. So I'm going to just read the very first part of the Three Billy Goats Gruff. Once upon a time, there were 3 billy goats. They lived in a valley, and the name of all 3 billy goats was Gruff. There were very little grass in the valley, and the billy goats were hungry. They wanted to go up the hillside to a fine meadow full of grass and daisies where they could eat and eat and eat and get fat. But on the way up, there was a bridge over a rushing river. And under the bridge lived a troll who was mean as he was ugly. So I'm just going to show you this for a minute. Here's a bridge. It's so easy to make. The directions are right in your bag. So I have some duct tape, and I have popsicle sticks. And look at this. This car doesn't have to worry about falling into the river because this bridge holds him up. And if you look at the bridge in my book, here's the planks right here, just like I did. First, the youngest Billy Goat Gruff decided to cross the bridge. Trip, trap, went the bridge. Who's that trapping over my bridge? Roared the troll. It's only I, the tiniest Billy Goat Gruff, said the Billy Goat in a very small voice. And I'm going to the meadow to make myself fat. No, you're not, said the troll, for I'm coming to gobble you up. Oh, please don't take me. I am too little that I am, said the Billy Goat. Wait till the second Billy Goat Gruff. He's much bigger. Well, then off you go. So I'm just going to read the beginning of this book so you'll come to our library and get it out. We have several different versions. Now, in your bag, not only will you have the directions, you'll have the popsicle sticks, And I put another letter that you can do with your wiki sticks right here. And I have a dot to dot from letters 1 to 12. Just by looking at that, can you guess what that's going to be? So, don't forget to come to the library to get your bag about boats and bridges. Next time will be the letter C. So, have a good week.